प्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि वाक् प्राणश्चक्षु श्रोत्रमथो बलमेन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि सर्वं ब्रह्मोपनिषदम् माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्याम् मा ब्रह्म निराकरोत् अनिराकरणमस्तु अनिराकरणं मेस्तु तदात्मनि निरते य उपनिषत्सु धर्मास्ते मयि सन्तु ते मयि सन्तु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः Om. May all my limbs attain strength. May the body, the mind, all the sensory and motor organs and the life force become perfected and efficient. All is verily the one without second, ever blissful, ever conscious, existence itself, named Brahman. May I never deny this truth of Brahman. May the Brahman never reject me either. May there be no denial, at least from me. May all the virtues spoken of in the scriptures as necessary to experience this truth be with me. Om. Peace, peace, peace. To think and feel this great truth of oneness of existence. Just let us do the simple exercise of transcending our shapes. Due to the shape, we look different. Shape is just the body. But like all the animal crackers, may it be a giraffe or a lion or a crocodile. The substance is the same, essence is the same. Let us transcend, go beyond our identification with the shape. This identification is the cause of our bondage. We are infinite, but the identification makes us caught in a tiny body. We are ever blissful, but this identification makes us miserable. We are knowledge itself, but this identification makes us ignorant. Imagine that this identification is gone. I am not a particular body, not even a particular mind. I am the all-pervading essence. I am eternal. I have no birth, no death. I am bliss itself. I have no craving for anything. Om. Peace, peace, peace. Were you all able to hear? Huh? I mean earlier? Okay. So somebody needs hearing aid. Mm. We had one acoustic engineer and we were discussing with him. This happened a couple of years ago, and he said that you cannot make the volume loud enough for everyone because as the age increases, the hearing becomes, little less. And that man was quite, aged, not very aged, he was very agile, but said to him that, well, you are hearing everything very well. And he said, what did you say? Yeah, but maybe I don't know what happens when it comes to meditation. Mm. So let us begin with our regular opening chant. जन्माद्यस्य यतोऽन्वयादितरतश्चार्थेष्वभिज्ञस्वराट् तेने ब्रह्महृदाय आदिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो Yatra trisargo mrifa dhamna svena sada nirasta kuhakam satyam param dhimahi. That from whom creation, sustenance, and dissolution of the universe take place, who is both the instrumental and material cause of it, who is omniscient, is the only one having self-mastery, being the one independent entity who illumined the mind of Brahma with the Vedic revelation, whose wisdom is the wonder of even the greatest sages, in whom the world of the three gunas subsists, just as the combination of materials like fire, water, and earth subsist in their causes without changing their elemental nature, in whose consciousness there is nothing false. On that truth supreme we meditate. So in this class, and this is 193rd or 92nd, 192. So 192nd class, we shall continue with our meditation on the truth supreme through various stories. These stories are important, very good, but we have to develop the skill of taking out the substance from this story. Like the substance is like a packet, and then the packet, you cannot eat the packet, you don't eat the packet, but in that packet there is delicious food. You open the packet and then take the food. If we do not have the skill how to open the package, then we just keep on licking the packet, and that does not bring us any satisfaction. I saw it, I had a plastic bag with lot of, nice edibles. And then where we waited to take food, and then from nowhere a street dog came. So one packet was given to the dog. Come on, you have. But the problem was the dog tried, and that plastic, it could not break through it. Every time it would try to chew on it, would get a very bad smell and taste, and so would not go in. And thus, was not getting any food because was not able to get inside. So we have to develop the technique of getting inside the story, get the essence. That is important. So these stories contain tremendous that spiritual material, which actually is giving us the bliss, the succor of life, and removing our sufferings by removing all fear. So, this is uh, what happens when we know how to take it out. So, therefore, that is the essential aspect of this studying scripture through stories. Otherwise, we just stick to the stories and then miss the substance. So, it is this meditation of truth here requires us that unpacking this story and then feel the truth. We saw the great story of distribution of the elixir that brings immortality to one, and then how the demons, the asuras, did not get it, and thus they had attacked uh, the devas, the angels who got all of it. So, but somehow, although they were becoming victorious, the demons, with the intervention of God, their uh, king Bali, he was subdued and was almost killed. It is said he was killed, and the demon army was vanquished. And thus the devas, the Indra and all his followers, they were very prosperous, very secure, and they built a great city. It is sometimes called Amravati. That it is, though, but this Bali, though was killed in the battle, was revived by the gurus of the demon clan, Shukra and his followers. They were from the clan of Bhrugu, so they are called Bhrugus. So uh, Shukra was the head of them. Then they made him perform the world winning Vishwajit, that our devotee is there. His name is also Vishwajit, means the world conqueror, world winner. So he made this sacrifice, and then Bali then received very powerful weapons, and controlling a huge demon army, he attacked the abode of Indra. And we see that this is, we have seen this thing very familiar in this book, that the demons, they become powerful, and then uh, later on the angels, the devas, they become powerful. Alternately it happens. This is, the allegory is quite easy to understand, that it is like our very good tendencies, spiritual tendencies, they are sometimes on ascendance. But the danger is that we then become complacent. We feel, yes, yes, I am doing lot of meditation. Who does meditation like me? Who understands the scriptures like me? So I know everything. I am now well established. And that is where this already is an attack of demon to get into this kind of lull. That, and then all the bad tendencies, they jump over. One young man had asked Sri Ramakrishna how to conquer this lust. Mm. Sri Ramakrishna said it is difficult to conquer the lust as long as one have the body awareness. What to tell of you people? Even I once thought that I have conquered lust, and immediately such onslaught of lust came over me. I started crying in front of the Divine Mother, rubbing my forehead, my face that, sorry, sorry, please forgive me. I will never ever think like that, let alone saying like this. Because it is, this is where we become complacent. Ah, yes, I have received my mantra from the Guru. Now I am right on the track and I don't have to do anything and I will get there. Many misuse or misunderstand the statements made by Sri Ramakrishna, Holy Mother, or in Bhagavad Gita and scriptures, that, oh, Holy Mother said you don't have to do any sadhana, no spiritual practice is necessary. We forget how much Holy Mother has emphasized on doing spiritual practice. We don't see that. No, Sri Ramakrishna said that, oh, if you have come to me, then this is your last birth. It is, why then Sri Ramakrishna tell everybody to do sadhana? There is this nice description in his biography, and one of those, some incidents you can read in Gospel also, that would not let the devotees who were staying there sleep at night. Uh, do meditation. Are you going to waste the night in sleeping? Normally, Guru says the night is meant for sleeping, but the, how will you do sadhana if you waste all the night just sleeping? Get up and start meditating. So if he says, oh, well, you have come to me, this is your last birth. No, that means you have to do sadhana to actually make it your last birth. So all these statements, all these sayings, we have to take it in correct light, not to weaken our spiritual fervor. That is what happens. It's all, I am all well set. It is very easy to get into that kind of misunderstanding, friends. That, oh, what is then if I still have to do spiritual practice? What is the meaning of what Bhagavad Gita said and Holy Mother said? That, okay, come to me and I will liberate you from all these sins and all bondages. Aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami ma shuchah. I will liberate you, don't worry. So if that is the case, then why there is so much emphasis on sadhana, spiritual practice, to be done assiduously without relenting? This is the very important message. If we become kind of not very enthusiastic or regular about it, if we yield to various other these temptations of a so-called comfortable time, then immediately the enemy, it is waiting in the wings. As soon as you give us little scope, it rushes in. So therefore, these stories illustrate that, and now it is Bali, when you are uh, vanquished, you are very weak. Now you try to gain all the power to avenge your defeat. you try to get all the weapons, all that is necessary to conquer the formidable enemy who had defeated you. You wait, keep on accumulating power, and when the moment is right, then attack. And as Bali, through the mm, observance of various these rites according to the teachings of his gurus, and now got all these weapons, and then collecting a huge demon army attacked the abode of Indra. So, and then he attacked this kingdom of heaven, uh, Indra's city. It is the nice description of this Indra's heaven here, that the Indra's heaven was so full of attractive features that it made the very deity of splendor lusterless. And this is the beautiful poetry, that the very deity of splendor was seen lusterless. It is so, it had famous gardens and parks like Nandana. In it is the Nandana Kanana is a very famous thing in scriptures, that it is the garden, heavenly gardens. So it is. There is a place in Kolkata. Where is it? Nandan Bagan. Hmm? You know, Nandan Bagan. So it is. So not that it is very nice, or there probably is no bagan also, no garden also, only name sticks around, you'd say. So it is uh, it had the natural beauty wherein were celestial trees whose branches bent under the weight of tender leaves, flowers, and fruits, and which harbored numerous birds wattling with their consorts, and humming bees inebriated with honey. It had lotus lakes abounding in many kinds of water birds like swans, cranes, all this beautiful description. And the city was built by the Vishwakarma, the celestial architect. That celestial architect Vishwakarma, it is, he builds everything. So even now in Bengal region, they they those people who are in this profession of working with the various means, the carpenters, the masons, the car repairing people, those who handle all such things, they observe Vishwakarma Puja, worship of this Vishwakarma, the celestial architects. Uh, Even in our Sardapit, have you ever watched Vishwakarma Puja in the Shilpa Mandir? They do Vishwakarma Puja. So it is all those these apparatus, the instruments, all of those are worshipped that on that day, Vishwakarma Puja. So Vishwakarma is this heavenly architect and had built all this great city of Indra. So it is, and then the all nice rivers protecting. Also, it had great protection. The city was having this very good wall and great army. It is a very powerful army was protecting that place, and then it is then Indra's palace within this was also full of all this beauty and luster. And these are just Google pictures, you know. Don't think I went to Indra's palace and took photos there. No, it is. So, just these very splendorous, very beautiful. So this was that city, and all these demigods and the angels, they were living with peace and enjoyments of all kinds, flourishing in every way. So uh, here now this Bali attacked, the most powerful Bali besieged Indra's splendorous city. It is, howsoever nice it is, now enemy Bali, it is, he uh, laid siege to that city, and his powerful army took the attacking position. He is called here Mahabali, the commander of the Asura forces, now besieged the city of Indra with his army. He blew his mighty conch, presented to him by his teachers, and generating fear in the minds of the women of the heavenly realm. Seeing all these military preparations of Mahabali, Indra with all the devas, they saw that they do not have means to counter this. Their army, compared to this attacking army, is very feeble. This marauding forces, they are terribly powerful. The Bali, whom they thought is now killed, gone, is there roaring for revenge, going to attack this city. And they all got, as you can imagine, terribly scared. It is because they saw their defenses are too weak. You cannot protect. Suppose you think that, oh, your these coats, your coat will protect you from winter cold. You are okay, you know. It can resist winter, but can it resist the cannon fire? No, that is, this coat will not be enough for that. A cannon fireball will, you along with the coats, will get annihilated in no time. So therefore, and they understood that the consequences of fighting with them is going to be all disastrous. So those disastrous consequences are to be avoided somehow, but they could not see the way out. So, trembling with fear, Indra seeks advice from his teacher, the Brihaspati. So Indra goes and says that, please, please, save us. You remember the teachers, and the only when there is a problem, you know. Till then we don't think of them. It is all right, and we are doing fine, you know. It is, but when the problem comes, oh, let me now consult the teachers. You don't think of the physician till you have some problem. Otherwise, it's okay. So this is how that, and he asks Please tell me how our enemy has acquired this irresistible might. How did this Bali get his power of body and mind and the courage that have emboldened him to attack us? Where from this came? And the teacher said, O Indra, I know that the cause of the enhancement of the powers of your enemy is that those teachers, he there very clearly told that it is the teachers of Bali have transferred their luster and power to Bali. And so now chips are down for you. The time is not right for you to fight with them. Run away from the city and go into hiding. And like this picture shows a hiding hole. So all these devas lined up, ran from the city. Everybody, they uh, went in hiding into that hole, and then obviously Bali captured or took over the whole this beautiful city. So now it is that now because of the power of holy men behind them, he has uh, benefited immensely, and the power is at its zenith. In course of time, disrespect shown to these holy men will in itself be the cause of his downfall as well as the fall of all his followers. Mm. One starts belittling, disrespecting the teachers. We saw in uh, many classes ago how Indra uh, got into terrible trouble by disrespecting his teacher and found himself becoming tremendously weak. So, therefore, one should always have this reverence for one's teachers. Otherwise, you swerve away from them, think, I am great, I don't need any teacher, I know everything, and thus uh, you can get into trouble. That there is a story of a great this string instrument player like our Pushpen plays sarod. So and then he had a disciple. So the disciple was taught everything by the teacher. Uh, and then the disciples thought that I can compete with my teacher now. What is there? I know everything. I can outperform my teacher. And so they that his teacher was uh, at the king's court there. So he went to this disciple went to the king and said that, oh, I can play better than him. Now give me that position of the court's musician. And the king said, come on, okay, let us have a competition. Both of you perform. And then both of them started performing. They were performing with equal skill. And then, as it happens, when you are performing at a peak speed, this string first of the teacher's instrument broke. And still teachers' performance remained intact. After a couple of minutes, the student's string broke, and the student could not perform. No, the string broke. The Guru said, I taught you everything, but a certain thing I have not taught you, that even if the string breaks, how to continue playing as if nothing has happened. So it is uh, the insulting the teachers, not paying enough that proper respect to them becomes cause of downfall. And that is what had happened to this Indra. And now he said this same thing will happen to Bali when they will disrespect some holy men and thereby lose the power. So at that time, then you can get back your kingdom. Till then, lie in wait, hide yourselves. So all of them went into hiding. Thus, after the deliberations with their wise teacher of great insight, the Devas left their heavenly religious regions disguised in different forms and disappeared from there. Disguised because otherwise they may get caught and killed. So, when the Devas thus disappeared, Bali, the son of the Virochana, took possession of the heavenly citadel of the Devas and making it his capital, controlled all the three worlds. Shukra, his chief teacher, who loved his obedient and victorious disciple Bali, made him perform 100 horse sacrifices for the retention of the power and status he had gained. And it requires all these things because you have a lot of things, so lot of maintenance. Somebody goes says that, oh, I will have a big house. It will be nice to have a big house. Okay, big house means bigger maintenance. That also you have to take for granted. So, for that 100 horse sacrifices Bali was made to perform. Horse sacrifice is described in even the earliest part of Vedas. There is a spiritual meaning to it, but the procedure is that you uh, l- get a horse, and that horse is let loose to go into all the territories. The army is following the horse. Now, if in some kingdom some kings dares to capture that horse, and then that he has to confront the whole army. If they know who is behind that horse, and they know that tremendous power which is far more than what they have, then they just don't try to catch the horse. They let the horse go on its journey. Whatever horse the territory the horse covers comes under that king who has let the horse out. So, and thus after having a victorious tour, the horse comes back and then is sacrificed in the fire. So, and at that time, thousands and thousands of these people are given gifts, fed sumptuously. The priests are specially honored, and thus This is a very big sacrifice. This Bali did these sacrifices. The spiritual significance is that comes in Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. It begins with this story of this Ashwamedha or horse sacrifice. That Ushava Ashwasya Medhyasya Shiraha. That what is this horse? This whole our perception of universe. And that needs to be sacrificed. This I and mine is the horse. That needs to be sacrificed. This infinite looking, very splendorous and beautiful universe, it is not real. That is the sacrificing. Knowing that it is not real, that is sacrificing it. So, this universe, our perception of the universe, that wrong perception that I am this and this is the universe, these are my parents, these are my siblings, this is what I am doing, and these are my plans, this is the world. Oh, this understanding is erroneous, false, and that has to be sacrificed. That is the meaning, spiritual meaning of this Ashwamedha sacrifice, horse sacrifice. This horse is to be sacrificed. Any animal sacrifice actually has this meaning, spiritual meaning. Killing the animal is not the idea. And the idea is this animal has to be sacrificed. And this means the animal tendencies in us that are to be sacrificed. So that is how there is this uh, uh, ritual of animal sacrifice. The animal in us has to be sacrificed, and then to make the ritual, you put a token, something, an animal, and offer it. So, or at many places, especially these days, they put a pumpkin or some squash to be offered like that. Instead of cutting or killing an animal actual, they only sacrifice that one, some vegetable. So anyway, so this is they did. Uh, with a complete sense of fulfillment, Bali enjoyed the power and opulence he had gained through the power of holy man. And then comes that moment you get dulled. Enjoyment is when one gets dulled. In Karma Yoga, in the uh, just first couple of pages, Swami Vivekananda says that it is the miseries that teach us. The pleasantries do not teach us at all. They make us feel, oh, things are going on fine. We don't feel the need to get, on the track of education. But when the misery comes, then you think, oh, what was the cause of it? You become introspective, and thus you see that the world that you were running after is not the source of joy. Enjoyment is a very funny, a somewhat mistaken word. That I used to be, meeting one great Swami, Swami Bhaskareshwarananda in Nagpur. So he was very, critical of this word. enjoyment. The joy is within. What is the meaning of enjoyment in an object? There is no joy there. Do you see this? That there is no joy out there. So, how can you enjoy that? You are getting into the trap. You are going to get suffering. If you go for enjoyment, it is you are going to get suffering, because the objects means you are going away from the source of joy. Do you get this point? What, Charlie? No. Yes, okay, good. So it is when you are going to grab an object for joy. It will be so nice. What are we doing? Going away from the source of joy, and thus will become miserable. The joy is with you. You are joy itself. What is enjoyment? You are bliss. He could never get this, meaning of this word, a very meaning word, enjoyment. It is so. When you get into this enjoyment, what happens? Your senses get dulled. Your uh, bewareness bids farewell, and then you are now uh, prone for a certain defeat, certain downfall when you get into that. If you see the history, how Roman Empire had a downfall because of the complacency. Come on, that empire. It was a huge empire. It is probably it is said that at that time a huge chunk of population on earth lived in their territory. Roman Empire governed a huge tracts of land and population. Many countries were under Roman Empire, and so they went into that kind of uh, the enjoyments, that all the celebration, getting excited in sports. It is that all that Colosseum and such for fun. Just let us have fun. There is opulence. Everything is available a lot. We don't therefore need to be worried about. Just come, have excitement. Mm. This is the point of danger. And so the collapse of Roman Empire, actually, the many historians say, begin there. That, oh, the opulence and satisfaction, that was the source of it. In France, before Germany invaded it, uh, this feeling of opulence. Yes, now everything is well settled. We are now technologically very advanced. Uh, while Hitler was making Germany more advanced. Mm. So France had that huge tower. What is that tower? Eiffel Tower. Ah, and that was the testimony for their technological advancement, and they were very much that proud of that. We are now this advanced country. We are governing actually the entire Europe. It is that feeling was perpetuated, that other countries are there, but we French, and we really are the cream of this Europe, and thereby the cream of the world. All things, what originate, great things originate in French. There is a saying attributed to Bismarck, the great German diplomat of one time, that when uh, the, the France catches cold, the whole Europe starts sneezing. A very funny quote. But then, when Hitler's army attacked, it did not take more than 2-3 weeks for the fall of the state of France. Such because becoming dull, oblivious, they had no answers to the military power of Hitler, all those roaring tanks. Uh, just they invaded France almost without much resistance. So this happens when we become, complacent. The message is keep up the spiritual practice diligently, relentlessly. Patanjali also tells in his aphorisms that one has to be very diligent about it. Don't give up till you reach the goal. Swami Vivekananda paraphrases that statement from Kathopanishad, that arise, awake, and stop not till the goal is reached. Otherwise, you get defeated. You all know this story. I sure you do know. You know the story of the race between a tortoise and a rabbit. Huh? Who won the race? Tortoise won the race. Now, who can run faster amongst the two? Rabbit, obviously. But it went asleep on the way. That thing, tortoise. How can he ever match me? It will take long time for it. So let me take a nap now. And then, hmm. So this is what happens to our spiritual aspirations if we become dull. So no, keep it up with all fervor at our command. Then we will reach the goal. So this is uh, the story is that now there is this sage Kashyapa. Now this is, we had studied it many weeks ago, many years ago, let us say, that these demons and the angels both were the children of the great sage Kashyapa. He had two wives. One was Diti. From her, he got all the children, and they were Daityas, means demons. And they are the children of this lady, this Diti. And then there was one Aditi, means that is all the angels, the devas, were offsprings of Aditi. So therefore the Daityas, the demons, and the angels, they were cousins actually, or actually being same father, they were siblings. Kashyap was their father. They were all half siblings. The mothers were different, but the father of both was Kashyapa. Now Kashyapa visited his wife, and what discussion happens, we will see next Friday. Uh, which will be the last class before I travel to India, and then there will be many wonderful lectures here when I'll be away. Actually, tomorrow there is going to be a very special lecture. I could not find time to make the poster, but it is Rajeshwari Balasubramaniam who had given wonderful lectures here before. She will be speaking on coming Sunday on a very good topic. That was a saint, a lady, Akka Mahadevi, in a, special Shaivite tradition, and she will talk about her teachings, her life and teachings. So please make it a point to come to attend that. So we shall conclude with the prayers, and then if you have any questions, feel free to ask them. निगमकल्पतरुर्गलितं फलं शुकमुखादमृतद्रवसंयुतं पिबत भागवतं रसमालयं मुहुर्मुहुः रसिका भुवि भावुकाः. O devotees, quaff, quaff to intoxication this nectar of the fruit of the tree of Vedas, flowing from the mouth of the great sage Shuka and mixed with the ambrosia from his words. Any questions? Anybody has any question? What, Ishani? Do you have a question? Really? Okay. Okay, she has a question. See. He was hesitant to ask, but it was written on her face, you know.
Pranam Swamiji. Swamiji, why like devas were still feeble after having the like Amrita?
Yeah. That Amrita can make you immortal, but it doesn't make you fearless. It is, you will not die, but you will live in perpetual. You can live, not that you will, but you can still live in perpetual fear, and you may actually feel that I shouldn't be immortal, living in this fear, anxiety. It is that so Devas, although they had received the elixir of immortality, yet they were scared of being, because they could be imprisoned. They would not be killed, they would be imprisoned. So, therefore, they were still afraid that yes, we have the elixir, we will not die. See, immortality is not always a great boon. It is, many get some incurable and debilitating health issues, and their life is, well, they pray that let me die. It is because it is so painful to live like that. It is, and then they relatives and others, they feel no, we should provide best medical help. Come on, undergo this surgery, undergo that this thing, that treatment, and so the life becomes more and more uh, miserable. A person doesn't die. So, long life is not always a great boon. Any other question? Upstairs, any question?
Yes. Question from Jyoti Champaneka.
Namaskar, Jyoti Champanerkar.
Pranam Maharaj.
Pranam.
What does it mean in terms of our bad and good tendencies when Indra's teacher told that it was not a good time for devas to fight, that they should just hide?
Yeah, and the good and bad tendencies means you have right now developed bad tendencies because of the life of luxury. Mm. Therefore, there is this description of heaven, and then you do not pay attention to keep up your proper healthy spiritual practices. You eat all sorts of food which reduce your energy levels. They are good for the palate, bad for the health. So it is, but in that moment you don't care about it. So gradually your virtues become reduced, your power gets diminished, your spiritual value system suffers also a setback. And that is what happens in ordinary our life, in our spiritual life, that we give way to uh, enjoying various things and thus get caught into their clutches. That, see, when it is very difficult to get this, that if I feel that thank you, if I see that something is bringing enjoyment to me, this object is giving me enjoyment, that very understanding makes me slave to it. I become slave of that object. So I get caught into it. Look at the psychology of this. And so I got, it was such a joy to have this. And then it keeps on dragging you. You want more and more of it. You get addicted to it. You get into the grip of that. So, thus, these bad tendencies are like that, non spiritual, and that makes us veritable demons. So, therefore, that is the idea that the demons take over. Mm, yes. Good tendencies, yeah, gain strength, perform austerities. So go into seclusion and hiding. Give up the enjoyments here. That is what the devas were advised by the teachers. And now you don't have, they are on ascendance. So now run and hide yourself. Let this city be conquered by them. And then there your strength will grow and their strength will go on diminishing. They will become complacent and then you can win back your kingdom. Any other question? So let us conclude with the closing song. मुकुंद माधव गोविंद बोल, केशव माधव हरि हरि बोल। मुकुंद माधव गोविंद बोल, केशव माधव हरि हरि बोल, हरि हरि बोल, हरि हरि बोल। कृष्ण कृष्ण बोल, कृष्ण कृष्ण बोल, कृष्ण कृष्ण बोल, कृष्ण कृष्ण बोल। मुकुंद माधव गोविंद बोल, केशव माधव हरि हरि बोल, केशव माधव हरि हरि बोल।